हेलो 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 बाबू सिद्धू हेलो 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 वेंकट वेंकट all of you join all of you join okay 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 dear students, yesterday you have derived equation for boundary thickness, shear stress, and local skin friction coefficient and average skin friction coefficient. So CFX, so delta by x is equal to 4.64 divided by square root of REX. That is the equation for boundary thickness. Based on the boundary thickness, we have find out equation for shear stress tau. And after that, tau by half rho u free stream square is equal to 0.646 divided by square root of Rex. That is the local skin friction coefficient. She has a tau by half rho into E free stream square is local skin friction coefficient denoted with CFX. CFX. C for coefficient, F for friction, X for local. So local friction coefficient or local skin friction coefficient at any given value of X that can be calculated. Local skin friction coefficient can be calculated by using the formula 0.646 divided by square root of Rex. So that is CFX is equal to shear stress tau by half rho E free stream square is equal to 0.646 divided by square root of Rex. That is local skin friction coefficient, where Rex is a Reynolds number at any given value of X. How do you calculate Reynolds number? Density into velocity U free stream into X at any value of X divide rho into velocity into a given value of X, rho into velocity into X divided by dynamic viscosity. So X, if you take the X value, that is Reynolds number at any given value of X. And if you calculate skin friction coefficient at skin friction coefficient at any given value of X, that is a local skin friction coefficient. So that can be calculated by using the formula 0.646 divided by square root of Rex. And if you know the local skin friction coefficient, how do you calculate CF bar? Bar for average. CF bar. So average skin friction coefficient CF bar is equal to integral of CF bar, that is average skin friction coefficient, is equal to integral of 0 to L CFX dx divided by L. So CFX is skin friction coefficient at the given value of X. But X changes from X is equal to 0 to X is equal to L. The total or average skin friction coefficient on the flat plate. Average skin friction coefficient on flat plate can be calculated or can be derived. Otherwise, average skin friction coefficient CF bar can be derived by integrating CFX from 0 to L CFX dx. So integral of 0 to L CFX dx divided by L. That is equal to 1 by L integral of 0 to L. But what is CFX value? Local skin friction coefficient. Local skin friction coefficient. Yesterday we derived that one. That is equal to 0.646 divided by square root of Rex dx. Rex, that is Reynolds number at any given value of X, rho into U free stream velocity of the fluid into X divided by dynamic viscosity at any given value of X. So, but Reynolds number varies from X is equal to 0 to X is equal to L. And if you calculate the average skin friction coefficient by using the formula 1 by L integral 0 to L, so CFX dx and CFX value 0.646 divided by square root of Rex dx. And if you substitute the Rex value rho into U free stream X divided by mu, and after integration, after substituting the limits of 0 and L and dividing with L, you will be getting the CF bar value. You'll be getting the CF bar value is equal to average skin friction coefficient. CF bar is equal to 1.292 divided by square root of REL. So obviously, so if you average taken, REX becomes REL. All of you try this integration and substitute the limits 0 and L. Finally, you'll be getting All of you do this mathematics. All of you do as homework. Integral 0 to L 0.64 divided by square root of Rx dx divided by L. So the here you have to take the Rex value rho into E free stream into X divided by mu dynamic viscosity. Reynolds number density into velocity into given value of X R rho density rho into velocity into X divided by mu dynamic viscosity. And if here X square root of X, that is to be integral of, you have to take the 1 by square root of X, and you have to integrate it x to the power of minus half, and you have to integrate it, and after integration you have to substitute the limits, the L and 0, and finally you will be getting CF bar is equal to 1.292 divided by square root of this Rex becomes here after substituting limits L. After integration, after substituting limits 0 and L, finally after dividing with L, then you'll be getting average convection coefficient 1.292 divided by square root of REL. So average convection coefficient CF bar is equal to CF bar. Average convection coefficient CF bar is equal to this. It is 2 times of the local convection coefficient when x is equal to L. So CF bar is equal to 2 times of the, so because if you multiply the 2 into 0.646, then that becomes 1.292. That's why average convection coefficient CF bar is equal to 2 times of local convection coefficient when x is equal to L, because Rex becomes REL, Reynolds number at x is equal, Reynolds number here at x is equal to x. Here Reynolds number at x is equal to L, then Rex becomes REL, Reynolds number at x is equal to L. That's why finally average convection coefficient CF bar is equal to 1.292 divided by square root of REL. In other words, CF bar is equal to 2 times of CFX. Average convection coefficient CF bar is equal to 2 into CFX. Okay, na? So average convection coefficient is also known as coefficient of drag. Coefficient of drag, CF bar, average convection coefficient, is also known as coefficient of drag. Okay, na? So we have arrived the equations for, so boundary layer thickness delta is equal to 4.64 into x divided by square root of Rex, and local convection coefficient CFX is equal to 0.646 divided by square root of Rex, and average convection coefficient CF bar is equal to 1.292 divided by square root of REL. So by using this formula, so today we'll solve 2 problems, 1 or 2 problems on this. So on a flat plate, whenever fluid flow takes place on a flat plate, so the velocity profile is parabolic in nature, and we have arrived the relationship velocity is a function of y by delta. So by assuming parabolic in nature, and yesterday we arrived the equation u by e free stream is equal to 1 by 2 y by delta minus 3 by 2 y by delta cube, y by delta, like that one equation we arrived. So that equation based on the velocity profile nature slightly changes. Okay, now here we are considering now laminar boundary layer, and also at the same time, so velocity profile parabolic in nature, and yesterday we arrived equation velocity distribution of substituting the u by u free stream in the von Karman integral momentum equation. We arrived the boundary layer thickness delta, CFX and CF bar. So with the help of this formula, we are going to solve problems on this hydrodynamic boundary layer. So far we are not considered temperature, only velocities. That's why what is the boundary layer that is formed, that is boundary layer formed on the flat plate is hydrodynamic boundary layer. Hydrodynamic boundary layer only. Whenever there is temperature, there is thermal boundary layer. That we'll discuss next. Okay, na? Now, So we'll solve one or two problems. Then we go for thermal boundary layer. Thermal boundary layer. So velocity profile for laminar boundary layer, hydrodynamic laminar boundary layer, is in the form of U by U free stream. Velocity is a function of y by delta. Yesterday given U by U free stream is equal to function of y by delta. So then we have arrived on equation for U by U free stream. Then we have substituted the U by U free stream in the Van Karman integral momentum equation, and we got the relations for boundary thickness delta, and relation for skin friction coefficient CFX, and relation for CFR, that is average skin friction coefficient. So the velocity profile of the boundary layer in the form of U by V free stream is equal to 2 by Y by 2 into U by E free stream is equal to 2 into Y by delta minus Y by delta square. So here slightly different than that of the yesterday given velocity distribution. Even though there is slightly different, the variation may be very, very less. That's why you can directly use the formula that are given, already derived. That formula can be used. So here, what you have to do, find the thickness of the boundary layer at the end of the plate. Here, flat plate. X is equal to 0 and the length of the plate is 1. X is equal to 0 to X is equal to L. And the length varies from X is equal to 0 to X is equal to L. The length of the plate, 1.5 meters. And wide, 1 meter wide. Width B, 1 meter. When placed in water. So if that the plate is being placed in water, here fluid is water, flowing with the velocity of water, flowing with the velocity of water flowing with the velocity of 0.12 meters per second. So calculate the value of coefficient of drag. So how do you calculate coefficient of drag? Here coefficient of drag, CFR is equal to 1.29 divided by square root of REL. So here flat plate and velocity distribution, this is the form. So even though slightly different, but you can use directly the boundary thickness formula. Delta is equal to delta by x is equal to 4.64 divided by square root of REX can be used. Even though slightly different, this value may be slightly different. So okay, you can take directly this value. Okay, na? Here flat plate and velocity profile is in the form of 2 into y by delta minus y by delta whole square. Here what you have to find the thickness of the boundary layer at the end of the plate. You have to calculate delta at the end of the plate, that is at the x is equal to L. So x is equal to 0, starting point, x is equal to L, ending point. At the end of the plate means x is equal to L. So at x is equal to L, you have to find out the boundary layer thickness. And also calculate the coefficient of drag by using this formula. CFR is equal to 1.29 divided by square root of REL. Okay, na? Here, what is the length of the plate? L. So here, length of the plate 1.5 meters. And width B, width of the plate 1 meter. And velocity of the fluid, U free stream. Velocity of water here. Velocity of the fluid, U free stream, is equal to 0.12 meter per second. And take dynamic viscosity, but that is required, is given 0.001 Newton second per meter square. Take dynamic viscosity mu as 0.001 Newton second per meter square. So mu value 0.001 Newton second per meter square. Sometimes you will be giving this value in the problem. Otherwise, you have to note down these required data from the data book, from heat and mass transfer data book. Okay, na? Okay. Now, first bit, what you have to calculate boundary layer thickness delta to be find out. When x is equal to L. Because what he has asked, find the thickness of the boundary layer at the end of the plate. Find the thickness of the boundary layer at the end of the plate. That is, and x is equal to L. That's why you have to find out boundary thickness delta. That is what? At what point you're supposed to calculate boundary thickness delta when x is equal to L. leading edge. So x value is x is equal to L, that is value 1.5 meters. So first you have to verify, for all these problems we have to verify whether the flow is in the laminar condition or not. How do you verify? When the Reynolds number is less than 5 into 10 power 5, the flow is laminar flow. Laminar. That's why first you have to calculate Reynolds number, REL, Reynolds number. REL, and x is equal to L. Reynolds number REL is equal to rho into E free stream into L by mu. X by mu, but here x is equal to L. So Reynolds number REL, that is x is equal to L, is equal to rho into E free stream into L by mu. That is equal to rho, density of water. What is the density of water? That is 1000 into U free stream, velocity of the fluid 0.12 into 0.12 into what is x value at what point you are supposed to calculate boundary layer thickness delta? At the end of the plate, that is x is equal to L. That's why L value 1.5 meters divided by mu dynamic viscosity, mu dynamic viscosity, that is given as 0.001. So if you calculate this one, then Reynolds number when x is equal to L is equal to, when x is equal to L, Reynolds number is equal to, when x is equal to L, that is REL only, REL. Instead of REX, we are writing REL because we are calculating the Reynolds number at x is equal to L. That's why REL is equal to, after substituting the available values, density, U free stream, L divided by mu, dynamic viscosity, then the value of calculated Reynolds number, REL, that is 1,80,000. Observe this value, verify whether it is less than 5 into 10 power 5 or not. So 5 into 10 power 5, 5 lakhs. But this value REL is 1,80,000. That's obviously here Reynolds number is less than 5 into 10 power 5. So since Reynolds number REL is less than 5 into 10 power 5, then we can say that this is a laminar flow. So flow is laminar or laminar flow. Then how do you calculate boundary layer thickness? Thickness of the boundary layer at the end of the period, that is x is equal to 1.5 meters. So how do you calculate? Yesterday we derived the equation delta by x is equal to 4.64 divided by square root of REX. Here x is equal to L. That's why delta by x is equal to 4.64 divided by square root of REL. That is equal to delta. At what point at x is equal to 1.5 meters? You are supposed to calculate. You are supposed to calculate boundary layer thickness delta. Boundary layer thickness delta at the end of the plate. That is in the x is equal to L. That is 1.5 meters. That's why delta at x is equal to 1.5 meters divided by x is equal to 4.64 divided by 4.64 divided by square root of, what is the REL value? 1,80,000. So now, so after substituting REL in this, and therefore delta is equal to, at x is equal to 1.5 meters, delta is equal to 4.64 into x. But what is the x value? At what point? What length? At what length you are finding out the boundary thickness? When x is equal to L. That's why x value, x is equal to L is equal to 1.5 meters. X value 1.5 meters. That's why therefore delta is equal to 4.64 into x, that is into 1.5 divided by square root of 1,80,000. That is equal to 4.64 into 1.5 divided by square root of 1,80,000. The value will be around 424.26. After calculation from the calculator, boundary thickness delta is equal to 0.0164. 0.0164 meters, or otherwise 16.4 mm. So boundary layer thickness, generally it will be small value, that's why mm. So 16.4 mm. Boundary thickness at x is equal to L. 16.4 mm. Next, that is the first bit. Find the thickness of the boundary layer at the end of the plate. And next, also calculate the value of coefficient of drag also. Otherwise, calculate the value of coefficient of drag. So coefficient of drag, CF bar, average skin friction coefficient, or you can also known as coefficient of drag. So coefficient of drag, how do you calculate? 1.292 divided by square root of REL. So second bit, so coefficient of drag is equal to 1.292 divided by square root of REL. That is equal to 1.292 divided by square root of REL when x is equal to L. Obviously, already you have calculated REL value 1,80,000. 1.292 divided by square root of 1,80,000. That is equal to 1.292 divided by 424.26. And your drag value, drag coefficient, there will not be any unit for drag coefficient. So there will not be any unit for drag coefficient. That's why coefficient of drag or average skin friction coefficient, CF bar, coefficient of drag or average skin friction coefficient, CF bar is equal to 0.00304. 0.00304. Okay, na? So that's our first problem. Now, all of you read the second problem. All of you read the second problem. Air is flowing. Second problem. Read the problem first. Air is flowing over a smooth flat plate with a velocity of 12 meters per second. Air is flowing over a smooth flat plate with a velocity of 12 meters per second. Air. What is the medium here? Fluid, air. And it is flowing with a velocity of 12 meters per second. U free stream. Air velocity, U free stream, 12 meters per second. The velocity profile is in the form U by U free stream is equal to 2 into Y by delta minus Y by delta square. The length of the plate is 1.1 meters, L 1.1 meters, and width of the plate 0.9 meters. And if the laminar boundary layer exists up to a value of Reynolds number 2 into 10 power 5. So generally on a flat plate 5 into 10 power 5. But in this problem, he has mentioned as the laminar boundary layer exists up to a value of Reynolds number 2 into 10 power 5. And kinematic viscosity of air is and kinematic viscosity of air is 0.15 Stokes. And kinematic viscosity of air is 0.15 Stokes. Find the maximum distance. First bit, the maximum distance from the leading edge up to which laminar boundary layer exists. You have to calculate the x value here. The maximum distance from the leading edge up to which laminar boundary layer exists. And here you have to find out the x value. And second one, maximum thickness of the boundary layer. So here, so flat plate, air is flowing on a flat plate. Air velocity free stream 12 meters per second. The length of the plate L 1.1 meters. Width of the plate B 0.9 meters. and laminar flow, laminar boundary layer flow or laminar boundary layer exists up to a value of Reynolds number 2 into 10 power 5. That's why earlier we have taken 5 into 10 power 5. That is just according to theory and from the standard experiments, the boundary layer exists up to 5 into 10 power 5. But in this problem mentioned, so laminar boundary layer exists up to only 2 into 10 power 5. That's why here, so you have to take the Reynolds number as critical Reynolds number as 2 into 10 power 5. And kinematic viscosity of the air, 0.15 Stokes. Okay, na? So first bit, up to what value of x the from the leading edge laminar boundary layer exists. That's why you have to find out the x value. You are not given the x value. You have to find out the x value. And at the the maximum distance x value, what is the maximum thickness of the boundary layer? That is delta value. Here you have to find out the x value. Here you have to find out the maximum thickness of the boundary layer, that is delta value. So here, so is given the boundary a velocity profile v by f is 2 into y by delta minus y by delta whole square. That is given data. Velocity of the air 12 meters per second. Length of the plate 1.1 meters. And width of the plate 0.9 meters. 0.9 meters. Reynolds number up to laminar, up to what Reynolds number? The flow is laminar is mentioned in the problem. That's why you have to take this value. If nothing is mentioned, you have to take the 5 into 10 power 5. But it is clearly given in this problem, laminar boundary exists up to a Reynolds number of 2 lakhs. That is 2 into 10 power 5. And kinematic viscosity is given, not dynamic viscosity not given, mu not given, kinematic viscosity given. Nu is equal to 0.15 Stokes. But you have to convert meter square per second. You have to convert into SI units. Stokes, so in 1 unit of the viscosity, that is kinematic viscosity. You have to convert into the Stokes into meter square per second. So kinematic viscosity units in SI meter square per second. That's why if you want to convert Stokes into meter square per second, meter square per second, you have to multiply with 10 power minus 4. The standard. Verify from the textbooks, basics. To convert Stokes into meter square per second, you have to multiply the Stokes with 10 power minus 4. That's why 0.15 Stokes is equal to, in meter square per second, 0.15 into 10 power minus 4 meter square per second. Okay, na? Now, the maximum distance from the leading edge of the plate up to which laminar boundary layer exists. That's why, so Reynolds number Rex, how to calculate? Density into velocity into x by dynamic viscosity mu. But you can replace mu by, if you take the rho in the at the bottom in the denominator, that is mu by rho. Mu by rho. You can replace mu by rho with kinematic viscosity nu. You can replace mu by rho, that is dynamic viscosity by density. You can replace that with kinematic viscosity nu. Kinematic viscosity nu. So Reynolds number at any given value of x, Rex, how do you calculate? Velocity into x divided by density by mu. But we are replacing mu by rho as kinematic viscosity. That's why Rex, you can also calculate with the formula velocity into x divided by kinematic viscosity. Kinematic viscosity nu. That's why Rex is equal to velocity into x divided by kinematic viscosity. But up to what point of x, the Reynolds number, up to what point of x, the boundary layer is laminar at the value of Reynolds number 2 into 10 power 5. That's why Rex value here, you have to take 2 into 10 power 5. That is equal to velocity of the air 12 into up to what distance? Up to what the value of x from the leading edge? What is the distance from the leading edge? That x is equal to 0 to x is equal to x1, x2, x like that. X is equal to L. Finally, x becomes L at the end of the plate. But up to maximum distance from the leading edge, the flow is laminar. So that's why your x value to be find out. That is our required value, maximum distance from the leading edge, up to which laminar boundary exists. What is x is equal to what? So Reynolds number, how do you calculate velocity into x divided by kinematic viscosity? Mu by rho, that is kinematic viscosity, nu. That's why given value of our Reynolds number here, 2 into 10 power 5. That is equal to velocity of air, 12. 12 into x value, that is to find out. X to be find out. So 12 into x divided by kinematic viscosity 0.15 into 10 power minus 4 here 0.15 into 10 power minus 4. So from this, the maximum distance from the leading edge up to which the laminar boundary exists, that is x value, x is equal to, from this x is equal to 0.25 meters. So what is the total length of the meter? 1.1 meters. But up to 0.25 meters, the flow is laminar. After that, in between some 0.25 to some other value, transition from, and from other value to up to next last value 1.1 meter, the flow is turbulent. But here up to the x value of 0.25 meters from the leading edge, that is from the x is equal to 0 to x is equal to 0.25 meters, the flow is laminar. The flow will be in laminar condition. Flow will be in laminar condition. So at x is equal to 0.25 meter, what is the maximum thickness of the boundary layer? Delta. At x is equal to 0.25 meters. But how do you calculate delta at x is equal to 0.25 meters? Delta maximum at x is equal to 0.25 meters. That is maximum in the boundary layer. Maximum boundary thickness in the laminar region. In the laminar region. So boundary delta max is equal to, what is the formula? Delta by x is equal to 4.64 divided by square root of Rex. From that formula, delta is equal to 4.64 into x, 4.64 into x divided by square root of Rex. That is equal to 4.64 into x value. What is the x value? 0.25 divided by what is the Reynolds number? Rex, 2 into 10 power 5. So if you calculate this one, 4.64 into 0.25 divided by square root of 2 lakhs, that is 447.2135. And if you calculate, then boundary thickness delta is equal to 0.00259, 0.00259 meters. 259 meters. That is 2.59 mm. 2.59 mm. That's why. So problems are very easy. Once you got the equations for boundary layer thickness and this coefficient of drag and skin friction coefficient, once you got the equations, the problems are very easy in this convection heat transfer. So up to now, we have discussed hydrodynamic boundary layer. Now, so next, whenever there is temperature, so E free stream, if there is only velocity of flow, then there is hydrodynamic boundary layer. In addition to the T free stream, the temperature of the fluid, and T free stream is the temperature of the fluid. T, small t, now actually capital T. So T for temperature only, temperature of the fluid. Whenever there is fluid flowing on a flat plate with a velocity as well as temperature, fluid temperature, this is the surface temperature of the plate, Ts, surface temperature of the plate, surface temperature of the plate. So this is a flat plate, and this is thermal boundary layer, this is thermal boundary layer, and up to certain length, from x, the x is equal to 0, the x is equal to L. L is the length of the plate. And similarly to the hydrodynamic boundary layer, if you heat the plate, then temperature, Ts is the surface temperature of the plate or wall temperature of the plate. T free stream is the temperature of the fluid. Whenever there is temperature, thermal boundary layer will be formed on the flat plate. On the flat plate. So okay na? So this is a flat plate and fluid is flowing with a velocity u free stream, and at the same time T free stream is the temperature of the fluid, and we are heating whenever the heat is there, always the temperature of this plate, there will be temperature on the surface of the plate. Ts is the surface temperature, and up to certain length, here x is equal to 0, here x is equal to L. So what is this one? This diagram gives us thermal boundary layer formed. Thermal boundary layer formed during the flow of this cool fluid. During the flow of cool fluid or air, for example, over a warm plate, over a heated plate, or over a warm plate. This plate is in heated condition. Heated condition. So, but before, in that case, earlier case, hydrodynamic boundary layer, there will not be any heating. That's why only hydrodynamic boundary layer will be formed. Here only, in that case, only fluid velocity. There is no temperature, no temperature. But if the temperature is involved, temperature of the warm plate, and this is the temperature of the fluid. T free stream is the temperature of the fluid. Ts is the surface temperature. If the temperature is involved, then obviously what will be formed in addition to the hydrodynamic boundary layer? With the help of velocity, their hydrodynamic boundary layer will be formed. If there is temperature, thermal boundary layer will be formed on a flat plate. If we take the example of flat plate. Okay, na? So, thermal boundary layer formed during the flow of cool fluid, that may be air or water, over a warm plate. This plate is heated condition. So this kind of thermal boundary is formed. So this is the temperature profile within the laminar boundary layer. Here also there is temperature profile within the transition boundary layer. So this is a laminar boundary layer. This is a transition boundary layer. This is a turbulent boundary layer. So this is a laminar boundary thickness. This is the transition boundary thickness. This is the turbulent boundary thickness. But here, instead of delta, we have denoted with delta TH. Delta TH. What is delta TH? Thermal boundary layer thickness. Delta. Earlier, delta only. That is hydrodynamic boundary layer thickness. Delta. Hydrodynamic boundary thickness. But in the thermal boundary layer thickness, you can denote the boundary thickness with delta TH. Delta TH. TH for thermal. So delta TH is the thermal boundary layer thickness. If you take here laminar thermal boundary thickness, here transition thermal boundary thickness. If you take this thickness, that is a turbulent thermal boundary thickness. Okay, anyhow, in general, delta TH. What is delta TH? Thermal boundary layer thickness. And laminar flow exists up to certain length of the plate. So here x is equal to 0, here x is equal to L, where L is the length of the plate. Okay, na? Up to certain value of x. So laminar boundary layer will be found. From other values of x is equal to x1, x is equal to x2, in between x1 and x2, the transition boundary layer will be formed. Next, in between x2 to x is equal to L, there is turbulent boundary layer. Turbulent boundary layer. What is this one? Temperature profile in the laminar region. Here also there will be temperature profile in the laminar region. Here, this is a temperature profile. Temperature along y direction. Temperature varies along y direction. Their temperature profile. So temperature is more on the surface of the plate. When compared with the fluid temperature, surface temperature will be high. That's why here in the under boundary layer, the temperature increases from boundary layer position to surface of the plate. Otherwise, temperature decreases from surface of the plate to up to the boundary layer. So here maximum temperature, next temperature decreases. Maximum here surface temperature. Generally, if you heat the plate, temperature of the plate will be more than that of the fluid. And obviously, so heat transfer from plate to fluid. Here convection heat transfer because of density changes, and forced convection or free convection heat transfer. Okay na? So now thermal boundary layer thickness delta T, this one is arbitrarily defined as distance from the plate surface, distance from the plate surface at which Ts, surface temperature minus, at any value of temperature T divided by surface temperature minus T free stream temperature. So how do you define thermal boundary thickness delta Th? It arbitrarily defined as the distance y. It is a distance y only. Y distance. Distance y from the plate surface. From the plate surface. In a such a way that Ts minus T divided by Ts minus T free stream is equal to 0.99. 0.99. So based on this, you can define. So at any value of temperature T, what is the boundary layer thickness? Delta Th. That is the delta Th. Thermal boundary layer you can define as the delta Th is arbitrarily defined as the distance y from the plate surface. Distance y from the plate surface in a such a way that Ts minus T divided by Ts minus T free stream is equal to 0.99. They have found that this value, how they arrived by conducting number of experiments. Ts, what is Ts? Surface temperature. What is T? At any value of delta Th, what is the temperature here? For example, here, what is delta Th? That is at any value of temperature T divided by Ts, surface temperature. What is T free stream? Temperature of the fluid. Temperature of the fluid. So whenever this value becomes 0.99, you will get the thermal boundary layer thickness, thermal boundary thickness in y direction. Okay, na? So here the velocity profile of the hydrodynamic boundary layer, the delta. If you take the delta value, velocity profile in the hydrodynamic boundary layer depends mainly on the fluid viscosity, velocity profile of the hydrodynamic boundary layer. If there is only one velocity, if there is no temperature, and then hydrodynamic boundary layer will be formed. That hydrodynamic boundary layer depends, hydrodynamic boundary layer depends mainly on what? On the fluid viscosity. But whereas the temperature profile of the thermal boundary layer, the temperature profile of thermal boundary layer, the temperature profile of the thermal boundary layer depends upon the viscosity of the fluid, velocity of the flow, here viscosity of the fluid, velocity of flow, and specific heat of the fluid, and thermal capacity of the fluid. Thermal conductivity, that is thermal conductivity K, thermal conductivity of the fluid. So that's why the temperature profile, this one, the temperature profile of the thermal boundary layer depends upon the viscosity of the fluid, velocity of the fluid, specific heat of the fluid, and thermal conductivity of the fluid. Viscosity, velocity of flow, specific heat, and thermal conductivity K of the fluid. That's why temperature profile analysis is very, very important in the convection heat transfer. Okay, na? So all of you practice the problems at home and solve number of problems, then it will be very easy in the convection. So tomorrow continue this thermal boundary layer, and again heat transfer coefficient equation H, and Nusselt number Nu will be derived, the derivation part. After that you have to go for problems on heat transfer also. In addition to the delta and skin friction coefficient, average friction coefficient, here you have to calculate the temperatures, heat transfer rate, and convection heat transfer coefficient H, and that Nusselt number Nu. Okay, like that. Those are the heat transfer parameters to be calculated. But this analysis is very, very important. If you thoroughly understood this analysis, then only you'll be able to define the problem, able to analyze the problem, and you can able to solve the problem. Okay, na? Okay, that's all for today. Any doubt? That's all for today. Okay, if there are no doubts, I'm stopping. Any doubt? Okay, that's all for today.